Hello and good morning. It's Phil Thatch and I'm here at Chilhowee Mountain at the second overlook, also known as the Sugarloaf Overlook, because that bump of a mountain across the way is called Sugarloaf. Looking down at Parksville Lake Ocoee. Heather and I are here this morning. She's still in the car, and we are going to make some photographs of the beautiful mountains south of here. And usually when we try to do these sunrise adventures, we get to the location late, but today we have made it on time. The sun is rising kind of over behind us, but the overlook is this way. I'm not sure if you can even, it's so dark, I'm not sure if you can even see that I'm pointing, but we're going to set some cameras up and make some photographs in this beautiful location. It's getting a little bit brighter out here now. Heather is out and working. She's getting a composition set up with her ZFC. And is that your 18-400?
Yeah, my Z50 and my 18-400.
Oh, yeah, Z50, sorry. And pardon me. Speaking of ZFC, I've got my ZFC on a really tall tripod with the 16-50. And I'm just making a video clip of the sunrise, which we can watch later as a time lapse. I've decided to work today with my Nikon Z6, and I have the 24mm f2.8G and the FTZ on my Z6. It's a really beautiful overlook. I cannot believe that I did not notice that plant sticking up and blocking the marina that's in the foreground there at Parksville Lake Ocoee. And here is Heather's shot. Now, she had some foliage in front of the marina as well, but she was able to clone it out, which is pretty impressive. And I really like the way she edits color in photographs. Makes them look really beautiful. It's amazing how fast the light changes at sunrise. You know, I started this video over here on the ZFC. I started it 17 minutes ago, and it was almost completely dark. And now, the sun is actually rising over there, and it's not sunrise yet, but there is plenty of light out here. When Heather and I are making our shots from the overlook, just about every 30 seconds we have to adjust our settings because the light is different. I've been doing mostly horizontal shots, kind of with that composition right there. But I have done one panorama so far. Ooh, getting a little bit of pink in the sky, gotta go by. Here is another one of Heather's shots. All the Nikon Z50 shots are Heather's, and this is a little bit later in the morning. Look at all the beautiful pink in the sky, and there's a little bit more light on the mountains now. Now here is a multi-shot panorama that I made, still with foliage blocking the marina that I was unaware of, and I got it wide enough to have a little bit of the larger trees in the foreground in the shot, and some of the extra information on the right hand side of the shot as well. And here is the full panorama presented to you. But the more I looked at this when I was editing the photo, I decided, you know what, I don't like that entire thing. So this is the exact same panorama, just cropped a little bit. And this is, I guess, what I would call the final version of this panorama. Be about the peak of it right now. It's not going to be a massive, hugely colorful sunrise, but there is a lot of pink in the sky right there that is going to be nice in our shot. And there's beautiful light below in the valley. We're a little bit past peak fall color right now. What is today, November 21st? Yeah, today's November 21st. And there is beautiful Parksville Lake down there. Well, we thought the show was over. There was some thick clouds right there, and they were really dark and gray. And all of a sudden they started turning pink. And there's something wandering around down in there, probably a squirrel. And we're also hearing pileated woodpeckers up here. So, oh, and look at do you see the fog on the water by the dam? That's cool looking. A lot of cool stuff going on. Here is another one of Heather's shots, and this one's really cool because it has the color in the background in the sky and also the dark clouds that were coming into the foreground. She has color in both at the same time. I don't think I captured that. I did my early shots from right here, and it was pretty dark, and there was a little bit of foliage that was in my shot that I didn't realize until the sun came up some. I actually climbed down the bank a little ways and broke off a little something that was sticking up and getting in my shot. I don't really know if that's supposed to be cool or not. And then later, I brought the camera back here and made a selfie of me and Sweet Sweet right there. And also over here, when the ZFC, you know, it's got a 30-minute limit on its recording. When it got down to just about running out of time, I stopped and quickly restarted the video. So hopefully I can continue that time lapse without there being a weird spot in it. So like I said, I did most of my shooting from here, and then I set up over here on this rock, and there was another piece of foliage that was in my shot and I couldn't get down to it. So I went and got my tripod extender, this pole, and put it on to get up a little bit higher. But anyway, we've had a fun morning of photography here on Chilhowee Mountain, looking down towards Parksville Lake Ocoee. I am really fond of this photograph that Heather made of me while I was standing on the rock and making a panorama with the tripod extension on that I showed you just a moment ago. And here is the panorama that I was working on in that shot. It's funny, both Heather and I was doing panoramas, and most of mine have about the same aspect ratio as Heather's photos do after she cropped them. So we both had kind of the same idea, just different methods of getting there. Lots of interesting light in this one. Well, we have finished shooting, got everything packed up. I waited till the very last second to pack up the ZFC that was making the 4K video clip, and sun's coming up. It's really pretty out there still. It's actually probably a pretty good photo now, but we're already packed up. Well, that light was too awesome to pass up, so instead of saying bye, I've got the Z6 back out, and I made a couple of shots with the 24-70, and then I put on my old 70-210 push-pull and made a couple of shots and a couple of panoramas. So we'll take a look at those. We were actually there to try to get photographs with lots of colorful light in the sky, and this one happened after the colorful light had gone. You know, if you watch the time lapse, you'll see the dark clouds creeping in, and pretty soon they take over the entire sky, but from the left there's still bright sun coming through, so there's kind of an interesting sky and lots of nice light on the mountains, especially the mountains on the left-hand side of this panorama that I made with my $49, bought it on eBay, 70-210 push-pull Nikon zoom lens. What a fantastic purchase that was. And now finally, I think we are actually going to leave this beautiful overlook here on Chilhowee Mountain. It's called the Sugarloaf Overlook because there's Sugarloaf Mountain in the background. Thanks for watching. If you like the content, give us a thumbs up. We would really appreciate it. Have a great day. And as always, we look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye.